So, on this YouTube video, what we're going to be talking about is understanding the difference between why you're not generating leads from your website, whether you're a real estate agent, a lawyer, or any form of needing to do lead generation, and generating some leads on your website, even if it's just a few leads that are being generated on your website, then this video is for you. Now, granted, the examples I will be giving on here are going to be real estate centered, as I run a real estate marketing agency that helps real estate agents essentially just acquire an extra 3 to 5 mandates a month, which are essentially 3 to 5 listings every month, guaranteed. So this video will have examples that are centered around the real estate industry, but I do want to state it can work for any form of lead generation, just understanding the core principles that I'll be overlaying, because that is specifically what I'll be going over, is the principles and the fundamentals of actually understanding what it is we're doing. So let's jump into this video. Let me actually share my screen so I can walk you through everything we've just talked about. So let's jump into it. So how can you actually start turning your small website visitors into 3 to 5 new leads every single day, right? Because I understand that you might have a website, and on your website you're only getting like 1 or 2 leads every week if you're lucky, and just every month, if at least one of those 6 leads you got that month turned into a deal, whether that's a case if you're a lawyer, a buyer, or a vendor or a purchaser if you're a real estate agent, a mortgage if you're a mortgage loaner, literally a car or an offer to purchase a car if you're a car dealership, websites, and how to actually start generating leads, and not just random leads who just click a couple buttons, but these are motivated and serious leads that are highly likely of actually turning into a client or a customer. So let's jump into this video. Let's get everything rolling, right? So what is the current problem? Let's actually take a look at that, what the current problem is. So when I say the current problem, it's in regards to the current problem as in the current problem you're having with your real estate website. So let's take a look at a real estate website, a lead cycle. But understand, like I said at the start of this video, this is the same process for any other form of company or industry that does lead generation. Whether they do it themselves or they have a marketing agency do it for them, it's the same cycle. Where it's a visitor, whether the visitor came in through your Instagram or through randomly searching or Google, or through your ads, whatever it may be, a visitor hops on your website, and that visitor is not a lead because they haven't given you any of their details, right? And maybe they scroll on your website for a little bit, right? They click around, they check a few things here or there, but there's so much distraction that there's only 2 things that ends up happening, right? The person gets bored of scrolling through your website and then just decides to just leave, right? They just decide to, I'm bored of this, let me just go, right? Second thing that might happen is, if you're lucky, they might fill in their contact details before leaving the website. And then after they filled in their contact details, then they'll hop off the website, right? And most of the time, those contact details on the website are just so basic that it's like, hey, what's your name, your surname, your phone number, and your email? And then click here to send your details and you'll get contacted. And it's like, you don't have anything, like there was no energy or any effort required to actually become a lead, right? It was literally just out of boredom or out of curiosity, just checking it out. And then after they filled in their details, some people don't even have, or some industries or businesses don't even have this right here, but some of them who do have it, and when I say have it, I'm talking about email marketing, following up with the lead, is they just send over some generic emails that don't even get opened, because after maybe opening one email, if you're lucky, the lead sees that, okay, these are just random generic spammy emails, and they never open those emails again because there's nothing personalized, there's nothing intriguing. It's just a generic email, right? So they won't even open it. But this is what most people actually end up doing. And these are most people that take effort, because I know at the very least within the real estate industry that, if I'm not mistaken, I'd say it's around 45 to 65%. I'm not sure, it's either 45 or 65%. Either one of those two numbers. I'll probably pop it up on screen on the screen what it actually is. But it is either 45 or 65% of online leads don't get cold. And in this research, online leads also quantified the people who filled in their details on a normal website. So it's like most people get the lead from an online, from literally their own website, and then they don't even call the lead. So it's like, is the lead supposed to call you in that situation? And for the small percentage that does take the initiative and call, there are those that call 1 day later, there are those that call, an hour later, and there are those that call like 2 weeks or a month later. And the thing about each and every one of them is most of the time, the lead doesn't even pick up the phone call. It's insane, right? Where this lead filled in, you essentially assume that just because the lead filled in their details, that they are supposed to open up your generic emails and reply to them, and that they're supposed to pick up all your phone calls and become a client. So the goal is to turn your website into a funnel. Now, these are the two differences between a landing page and a website, right? So a landing page has one call to action and 0 distractions, while a website has multiple call to actions and multiple distractions or exit points. Exit points being there are multiple places where they could be like, you know what, I'm bored, bye, right? There are multiple exit points or to the actual funnel, or it can also be called a landing page, where there's only one call to action. You see here, there are a ton of things you can do. There are a ton of options this website has given you. But for here, you have only one linear process or line you're supposed to actually go through, right? Where it's like, okay, now that you're on the website, fill in your name, your email, your phone number, and then you can have a few questions here if you want, right? Just to qualify the lead further. While I'm actually hopping on here, I just wanted to let you know the conversion rate of a visitor turning into a lead just on a website alone is about 1%, just under 1%, 0.9, I think. But we'll round it off to 1%. That means if you had 100 people, 100 visitors, you'd only get one lead from those 100 visitors, right? Compared to a funnel or a landing page, right? So we'll just call it a funnel for the rest of this video, just to keep it simplified. A funnel literally can be anywhere from 20% all the way up to like 60, and I've seen other funnels that have like an 80% conversion rate. Now in those situations, like the visitor was already on their own, qualified extremely tightly before even putting them into the funnel. But for your basic funnel, you're looking at a conversion rate of 20%. Let's just say 20%. So if 100 leads come in, these are literally 100 visitors come in. These are literally the same visitors. Out of 100, you're going to get 20 leads. And then out of those 20 leads, depending on how many questions you have in there or how you're qualifying them, a certain percentage of them would actually qualify. But already on its own, comparing these two, you already see how the number of leads you're getting a day just by turning your website into a funnel is going to be incredibly massive. And when they fill out the form, they actually go ahead and they get taken to the thank you page. Now, on the thank you page, you can have a video, you can have some testimonials, maybe some information about what will happen now that they filled out their form. Hey, now that you filled out the form, one of my team members are gonna email you and also call you. Please watch out for any phone calls that you don't know or don't have saved, and they should have this area code 205. And it's like, okay, now the lead knows that, okay, I am going to expect a phone call from somebody with a number 205. And now that when they do get that phone call, they know that they can go ahead and literally answer it because they were expecting it, right? Let me actually show you an example of an actual funnel, right? Now, I wrote here seller or buyer funnel because then you can just add that one question asking them, hey, are you looking to sell your home or are you looking to buy a home? And the thing about a funnel, like I said, it has 0 distractions and can convert anywhere from like 10% to 40% of the people that actually hop onto the funnel. And there is only one call to action, maybe even just 2, right? And when I said 2, I mean 2 as in here, looking to either sell your home or you're looking to buy a home, right? That's what I meant by 2. And it's essentially just getting more information around that, right? So if a person is looking to sell a home, you'd have it built. So, okay, if a person is looking to sell the home, these are the questions you should ask. And if a person looking to buy a home, these are the questions you need to ask, right? So this right here is literally a random, simple funnel I just had built out. But this is what your funnel would look like, right? Where you'd be like, hey, do you want to sell your home for more? So this one is specifically centered around sellers. For you, you'd word it differently. If you wanted one link for both buyers and sellers, you'd word it differently so they know that whether you're looking to sell or buy a home, I'm the one that can help you, right? And then they fill in their information here, right? You want to make sure that this thing right here, the software you're using actually leverages a phone number so that in case somebody fills out a random phone number as well as the email, to make sure that it verifies the email in the back end, to make sure someone doesn't say, kiss my $sign at gmail.com, right? Just to say when a lead fills in a form, then you can have it set up so you can get notified instantly. I have a YouTube video on how to actually build automation within your business. You can literally check it out. Either I'll have it here in the top, or I'll have it in the description. One more thing, is just one link. So once you have that one link, you can literally use that link everywhere, right? So you can use that on your social media. You can use that for your expos, on your car, etc., etc. So that's how to actually turn your website into a funnel and actually start generating more leads through your funnel, and essentially just getting a higher quality of leads so that you can go from generating like 1 lead every 1 or 2 weeks to 3 to 5 leads, new leads that is, every single day. I've been BKhunga. Please go ahead, check out that YouTube video that right next to me here. I went and picked it out because I feel it's a really great subway to what I just talked about, because it'll talk about how to actually build out the automation to actually go ahead and build this funnel. And go ahead, also click the subscribe button that's right underneath me. Check out to actually subscribe to BKhunga.